Welcome back to the channel. Great to see you. Please drop a subscribe. All the support's much appreciated. It helps me grow as a content creator, and it is really grateful if you could do that. It means a lot. Let's get into the next episode. So this episode will be all around how you add your outfits and your different weapons, whatever you want to do to your model, how you can do that simply. And then obviously once we've done that, I'll show you how to get in the OBS and how you turn and turn off the outfits manually. And I can do an episode on how you can do it. So if someone donates a certain amount of money on your streams, when you start getting a lot of follows, how it can then auto-generate a randomization of your outfits based on the amount of bits or whatever gets donated to you. So without further ado, if you've not seen the first episode or the second episode, please press on the links that'll be floating now to take you to them episodes so that you understand how to go from the first, getting your model sorted, creating it into the lens to get this model on with your eyes, and then next will be how we get the outfits on. So thank you very much for watching. It's great to see you back, and if you're new here, drop a subscribe. Thank you very much. Let's get into it. Now, to add your model, to have a little bit of a fancy outfit, gun, weapon, whatever you want, a hat, a cap, the first thing that is needed is effectively what you want to put on it. So let's say, for argument's sake, you want to have a cap. So first thing I would do is go on to Sketchfab 3D, which is a free modeling software where you can download models. You want to search whatever you want. So let's say we want a hat. Search a hat. You're there. Let's move that so you can still see me in the corner. Search a hat. Any hat that has, so we'll select the downloadable. Any hat that has the symbol of the download there, that option, you can download. Anything that has a $sign, you can download it, but you've got to pay for it. So let's avoid them. We'll go with the free ones. Why pay for something? So you can see there's a beanie. So let's say we want to put on a... Let's go with a cool cowboy hat. So we're going to press the download. We'll download as a GLB. You want to download the best texture. So this one, 2K texture size. It's the biggest file size. It means it's got more detail on it. Because we're not using Snapcam, we're not limited to about, I think it's a 12 megabyte file size to then go into Snapcam. Because we are physically not doing that, we're going to add in as many things as we want and do what we want. That's why this way of doing it is much better than the legacy way of doing it. So let's download that. There, it's downloaded already. Quick as that. Go back to your Lens Studio with your model open. What we're going to do then is we're going to, on the asset browser on the bottom left, we're going to add import asset. We're going to go to downloads. We're going to add in our cowboy hat. Accept. That'll then download it in. So we'll see somewhere in here we will have cowboy hat. We're then going to drag that cowboy hat up and drop that in our modeling scene. We are then going to put the cowboy hat where we want it to be attached. So you probably want it to be, because it's on the head, you want it so when you move your head, the hat sticks to your head. It doesn't, if you attach it to your body, when you move your head, it's just going to stay still with wherever your body is. So we'll drag that up and we're going to attach it to our bone 001, which is the head. By the way, I forgot to mention on the last video, but this face insert binder, we no longer need that, so you can delete that. We don't need that. That's just creating wasted space. So now we've got the hat in. We need to find it. It's probably going to be massive somewhere. There it is. Huge. So first things first, with the hat selected, the scale, we're going to drop that to something a bit more reasonable, and somehow that was an absolute perfect guess. So we've got a hat now that is probably the right size. We're going to press on move, press on the ghost, rotate, and we're going to add this hat so that's on our model, like so. So there's my cowboy hat. And as you can see, because I have physically added that to the bone, which is the head, as I move my head, so as you can see, we have added the hat onto the head and it sticks to the head. So whenever I'm moving my head now, the hat moves. It is that simple. And what you can do is when you add multiple ones in, you can create subfolders. So you can create one for hats or headpieces, put all your headpieces in there. You can then create one for body pieces. So if you're attaching something to the body, so as you're moving the head, it's not moving with you. So I'll show you how to do the body piece, but that is as simple as it is for the head. That's what hat added. If we don't want that hat on, you just, on the left here where it says cowboy hat, and there's a symbol that says visibility, you just tick that, bang, hat's turned off. Hat's on, hat's off, hat's on. As simple as that. So let's say we want to add in let's add a gun in. So I'm going to add some rocket launchers on my back. So I'm going to add the rocket launcher in. So RPG. So once it's downloaded in, it'll come appear there. We're going to open the folder, go to the RPG, drag it in, drop it into the scene. As you can see there on the middle scene is too big. So again, with the RPG selected, press the link, and we're going to drop the size of this to something more realistic, so it's not too big. So let's see if three looks all right for now. Again, play around with it, do what you want. We're going to then, we'll want the RPG not to move with our head, but to move with our body. So what we're going to do is we're going to press on the RPG. We're going to drag that into where it says bone. Stick that in there. So that's it attached to the body. What we might need to do next is increase the size of it. I don't want it to be too big though. Bit too big. Bit too big. 0.5. 0.5. That'll do. We're then going to zoom in, move the model around so we can see where it is. So at the moment it's just dumped right in the middle of our model on the scene there. So subject to where you want it. So see, I want it to go on his back. And then I'm going to rotate it by pressing the rotate option. Select which way you want to rotate it. Click back on the move. Stick it here and I want it to come a bit further out. And then let's say I'm happy with that. There we go. As I'm moving, it's moving with me, but it's not stuck to my head. Yay! And that's as easy as it is. You can then turn off the RPG if I don't want it on. Turn the RPG on. And that's the basic principles of what you need to do for this. So this is a very fast episode because it's just adding some outfits in and how to do it. Again, you can add 1,000 outfits, 1,000 hats. You can put whatever you want, customize them. You know, if you can create your own model on Blender, or if you wanted to customize it, so say this hat, you wanted to add your stream's logo to it, or you wanted to add some main subscribers' names or whatever you want, you just import that into Blender. And then obviously within Blender, because that's a modeling software, you can add in the additional things that you want to put on and customize it as much as you like. But for simplicity for this stage, it's that easy. You can add in anything you like, create your own models, download the models, and you just add them in as and how you want. You can, if you want, bring a t-shirt in, drop the t-shirt over the body, scale it so that it fits the body, and then you've got a t-shirt on. You can bring a helmet in. There's so many different things you can do. Just be creative, and that's exactly what Peanut does, where he adds in everything you can think of, customizes them himself. He's probably got a whole team working there that brings in the models for him. And it's just as easy as that. It's just great. So if you've liked this video, please subscribe. All the support really helps us grow as a content creator. If you want more episodes, drop a comment of what you would like to see or how you would like things to be done, and I'll create some episodes on there on the most favorite or the most selected thing. But it's been great. Much appreciated for dropping in again, and we'll see you next time.